One phone call. That's all it took. One phone call to change the way I understood my entire life. I had built a successful career. I was capable. I was competent. But somewhere along the way, something shifted. I left a career in government, moved across the country. I wanted something quieter. No corporate pressure, just work I could handle. So I took jobs in customer service, in reception. But even then, I felt restless, unhappy, like I was capable of more but couldn't quite get there. Eventually, I found a job I thought I could do. I wanted to do it, but I couldn't keep the steps straight, even with them written down. I made mistakes. I struggled with people, and eventually I was let go. I was first diagnosed with AuDHD. The medication helped for a while, but then things started slipping through the cracks again. The overwhelm came back. I burned out, so I did what most of us do. I went searching on the internet, and that's where I found a word I had never heard before: a UDHD, autism and ADHD together. And something about it stopped me cold. I reached out to my psychiatrist, asked to be evaluated, and a few months ago, I was at home when he called with the results. The diagnosis was confirmed, a UDHD, and in that moment, before anything else, I felt a wave of relief. Finally, there was an explanation, but the relief didn't last long, because right behind it came fear. This isn't something that can be cured. It can't be fully treated with medication. This is just who I am, who I have always been. And then came the grief. I started looking back at school, at relationships, at every job, every friendship, every moment I had struggled and not understood why. I got angry. Why had no one seen this? Why had I spent decades trying to keep up with a world that was never designed for how my brain works? The diagnosis explained so much, and somehow that made it hurt more. I sat with that for a long time. I cried a lot. If you're watching this and you've just been diagnosed, or you're wondering if you might be, I want to say something to you that I really needed to hear. Give yourself grace. Learning to live with your diagnosis is a process. It is not something you have to figure out all at once. You don't have to have answers tomorrow. You're allowed to sit with your feelings for as long as you need to. The grief, the anger, the relief, all of it is valid. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, you can start to move forward with new understanding, with a little more kindness toward yourself. Because here's the thing I want you to hold on to. You are not broken. You are neurodivergent. And there is a very big difference. If this resonated with you, I'd love to know. Drop a comment below and tell me, when did you get your diagnosis and what was the very first thing you felt? Because I think we need to hear each other's stories. And I think you being here means you're already looking for your people. Subscribe so you don't miss the next conversation. And if you know someone who needs to hear this today, please share it with them. You are not alone and you never were.